Hello, my name is Jack Brown. I'm an artist. We're here in my studio so I can show you some technical tips to help you make some new work for the Take Part Challenge. Okay, so I'm going to take you through monoprinting. It's a really simple way of making a print and changing a drawing. You can kind of transform a drawing into something really interesting. A few things you'll need that are quite specific but not very expensive and quite easy to get hold of. Firstly, you'll need a drawing to start with. I've got a leaf that I've done a quick sketch of, and you need to copy that a few times. So I've used a photocopier and I've copied it 3 times. You need to work on thin paper, okay, which is often the cheapest sort. This will not work on card, it needs to be paper. So I've got my things. Printing ink, really important, use the right sort of ink. This is block and lino printing ink. Most art shops, most school art cupboards you'll find this in. A roller to roll your ink out. You'll need some sheet plastic. I managed to get this by buying some picture frames in a shop. I think each frame was about £3, and I took the plastic out. Once you've got one piece, you can use it for years and years and years, so it's not too expensive. And finally, quite a lot of, again, cheap paper. You'll need this to remove ink as you print, so you want to pile this ready by the side of you as you start. Right, so the first thing we need to do is start to get the ink onto this plate, okay? We're going to call this a printing plate and we're going to get ink on here. Way to do it, squeeze a little bit out, and like that is enough. A tiny little bit will go quite a long way. Use your roller and start to roll it out onto your plate. You want to try and get this nice and even and thick. You don't want any big thick blobs anywhere. You need to make sure it's big enough for the image, okay? This is what's going to be used to make a print. Right, so I've done my ink. Now, I need to take quite a lot of this off. At the moment, there's far too much ink here to make a print. Okay, so I'm going to start to use bits of scrap paper. I'm going to press this on. You can, if you have any spare rollers, use another roller for this, but I find this works okay. And you want to start to take some of the ink off. So I've taken quite a lot off there. Now the way in monoprint works is that you're going to use a piece of paper on top of your ink. Your paper's going to go down like this with the image on top, and then you're going to use a pencil to work over the top of your image. So you'll be pressing down onto the lines you've already drawn, and that pressure will take a little bit of ink from underneath and turn it into an image on the back side of this piece of paper. So when you're taking the ink away, you can do a little test. So I'm just going to do a test here and see. Yeah, this is looking pretty good. So I hope you can see that. I've started to already make a pretty decent print. There's not too much ink. If I had too much ink on here, this would all be blue. So I've got quite a nice amount of ink ready to go. So now I'm going to get my drawing. This is my copy. Okay, so I've got my original, and I'm going to put that on top. And I'm going to start to draw by putting pressure onto my original lines. So I'm pushing down quite hard here to make a print. Okay, one important thing, don't press down with your hand as you're working. Don't press your fingers around here because it will affect your print. Right, so let's have a look at this first edition. Yeah, I'm happy with this. So you can see that the pressure of my pencil on the other side of this paper has picked up the blue and turned it into a blue drawing. So compared to this original, I've got a much more interesting image. And also you kind of get like a kind of printmaking effect, because you do get some mistakes, some feedback almost, that comes from the ink. So I've got a nice kind of colour across it. So yeah, much better, much more interesting. Didn't take me long. There you go, a monoprint. Okay, so if you want to take the monoprinting process a step further, you can use two colours. So I've got two plates rolled out here, green and blue. Same original picture, and what I'm going to do now is use the two colours to make a two colour print. So first I'll use blue to pick out the outline. So there's blue as an outline, and then I'm going to use the green over here to pick out the interior detail of the leaf. What you can also do is you can shade areas in. So if you want to maybe fill this area with green, you can use your drawing, and if you shade over that area, you'll get a solid block of colour of green, whatever you shade over the top. Alright, so I hope you can see a really quick way of transforming a drawing and making it into a really interesting piece of work.